Grana Weep Ninny Bong, and welcome back to my channel where we talk about all things Transformers and Transformers action figure related. So, Earthrise has finally landed in the UK. I'm very happy to say that I picked this up from Star Action Figures online. So if you're looking for a Prime right now, I would head over to Star Action Figures before they sell out. I've not been able to find them anywhere else. Other places online look like they've had them, or certainly had them up for pre-order, but they'd all sold out. I got this from Star Action Figures online. This came to me within 2 days, and it's the only place I've been able to find any of the Earthrise figures so far. Everything else seems to be scheduled for around March 8th, March 2nd, so really happy to actually be able to get this figure and then bring on the review for you. So, for the first time on this channel, let's take a look at some Earthrise packaging. Packaging is still pretty good for this. Similar to Siege, you can see you've got a lovely window here at the front, some Cybertronian writing, Earthrise Siege, but you can see there's a lot different around here. Some maps of the galaxy now instead of the war scenes that we were getting. The artwork on the side of this is gorgeous, very similar to the way that we got the ones for Siege. But on this one, if I just pick the camera up a little bit here, what we can see is we have the Ark, we have some of the characters we are going to be getting for this season of Earthrise. RC's coming, that's pretty cool. A Quintesson, I have to say, very interested to see what they do with the Quintessons. Will the Quintessons transform into something maybe, or will this just be a standard Quintesson? We already know we're getting a Wheeljack. Here looks like we're going to get a Bumblebee. Will just be a recolor of the Cliff Jumper that we're already getting. You can see the Ark being attacked by Nemesis Prime, who we've got today as well, and lots of other fantastic characters here as well. Really cool artwork. This time you've got the Ark crashing to Earth rather than going up. On the back we have the product shots similar to usual, so you can see you have Prime here, and then you've got, you see the Prime comes with the Matrix. You can see he comes with a little shield. You can see what happens with the trailer. You can see him in his full truck mode, and you can see this also works as a kind of fixing up surgery type location for him. So the product shots on the back, we will come back to these product shots afterwards because there's some interesting things around these product shots. And then we come on to the artwork on the side, very similar to the stuff that we were getting with Siege. Beautiful, awesome artwork on the side of these boxes. And then the top of the box, and the top of the box is the part that interests me quite a lot, because number one, get some beautiful artwork again, but second of all, you can see this fella down here. So yes, it looks like we will be getting a Galvatron with the Earthrise wave, or certainly in the next wave we will get a Galvatron, which is epic beyond belief. One of my favorite characters. What you also get with this, so similar in the last boxes, obviously we got the black light stuff. With this, anyone who's as old as me looking at your G1 Transformers, you'll remember we used to get things like this. I don't know if it'll work through here, but yeah, you can see through there that reveals the stuff that's there through the box. You get your little secret, but these used to come with the little tech spec things on the G1, so a little bit retro, something pretty cool that they've added in there. No need for a black light, and I'm guessing, I haven't checked it myself, but if you go online and you type this in, this will be something new for the Earthrise stuff, so I'm going to check that out later. Let's move on to the main event himself. Optimus, Earthrise Optimus. the leader class size of Optimus again. Pretty nice. So what we've got here, a little different to his Siege counterpart. Obviously this is the more Earth type version of him. You've got some lovely silver paint apps here, wheels on the side, standard Optimus. He's got some really nice abs there, a bit like Optimus Prime looking here. Really nice, no backpack at all, very flat, very, you know, G1 looking here. Short stacks but longer than the ones that we got with the Siege. Head sculpt, now this for me is an odd one. So if we just take a little look at the old head of Prime here for 2 seconds, what we'll see is his eyes are a bit dead. It's definitely the same head sculpt as they used in Siege, but they just don't appear to have painted the eyes maybe a different color too much, or his eyes just, they don't look alive. It looks a little bit dead, and I just believe for myself that this lets this version down quite a lot from a visual point of view. That Prime's eyes should be, if they're going to be blue, they should be a really bold blue. Yeah, not really feeling the eyes on this one. Articulation wise, he's got some good articulation. Full 360 on the arms, nice rotation on the arm there and here as well. What's pretty impressive on this one is he has grip on his hands so that he can grip things, which is pretty nice. Very nice to get some grip in hands. The fingers don't separate, but they do grip. Leg sculpt, very similar to the Siege sculpt, just with the wheels in a slightly different place. Articulation on the legs, pretty nice. Articulation out to the side. Posability, can he karate kick? Can he pass a karate kick test? I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, you can get a good stretch out of him there. He's got some good posability and stability. He's got nice wide feet. Challenge that you do have with this figure is just on the hips. Because of where the wheels are, you don't actually get too much of movement there unless you want to fold these wheels out and down like during the transformation. Then you can get more of a swivel on him, but when he's in full-on robot mode, you can't get too much swivel there. The head is on a pretty good swivel, and 360 on that, and a good little ball joint. Nice blue mirrors, and of course, we can open up the middle to get the matrix of leadership there. Matrix does come out. It's a little bit, you've got to get it with both your fingernails to kind of pry it out. That's what I have to do anyway. So it can be a little, there we go, a little tricky to get out, and you can just close him up, and hands will then grip the matrix over his head. Close them down, and you can have him holding the matrix to light the darkest hour. Lovely little jewel there, if you can get the light behind it. It's got a nice little jewel, and he can grip it nicely. Other accessories that he comes with are, of course, he comes with his ion cannon, which is here, which just fits into his hand here, and then the hand grips up around it. So you've got a matrix, you've got an ion cannon, very nice ion cannon, an actual folding ion cannon, so his ion cannon can sit there, and then while he's in the robot mode, he can just have his ion cannon kind of hanging out on the back here, like so. And then of course, with this version, you get the big accessory of the trailer. So the trailer itself, very grey, very grey trailer, but nice enough. No roller, unfortunately, but you do get this little thing just like in the original, so Prime can lie down on his repair bay and get all fixed up. This actually separates off as well and can go onto Prime's back if you so wish for him to have a little buddy as he goes around doing his thing. You can do that if you wish, but it's not not necessarily the best looking version of Prime with that on his back. That then sits back on here. This has a little stand here on it, and it goes back on here. This front piece here, this actually also detaches to give him a little shield on his arm should he have any close combat type battles with Megatron and Megatron's big swordy type thing that he has. So all in all, robot mode, not too bad. For me, few things I would have liked to have changed. This is where I want to bring the packaging back. So one thing you can notice on the packaging here is, and I'll just hold the camera up slightly, you can notice quite a few changes that have actually been made here. So you can see that on the product shots, this piece is blue, which is very much in line with the G1 version when you got him, that this piece was blue. Here it's blue, and here they've gone with silver and grey. I actually think the blue version on that looked a lot better, so I'm guessing there was cost reasons or something that they've changed that, but I think that's a bit unfortunate. I think it looked better like that. And also you can see here versus here, if I bring this closer, you can see that Prime has yellow eyes on the packaging, and Prime has his almost dead looking blue eyes. Yeah, now I remember on my G1 Transformer that his eyes were yellow on my original G1, so that would have been a nice callback again. But I actually think this looks like a different head sculpt on this version versus this part here seems to go higher, or maybe they've just painted it different there, but it looks like a very different head sculpt, but they've obviously decided to go a different way. So that's just something that's quite interesting. Changes you can see from the product shots on the back to what we actually get. And so, for comparison, here is Earthrise Prime with 35th anniversary Prime from Siege Range. So you can see here how they are side by side. Head sculpts looking very similar, legs very similar. I have to say, I mean, look at the eyes on that. You can see the eyes shining blue on this, where this is what I mean by the eyes looking pretty dead on the new version. If I'm 100% honest, robot mode wise, this is still my favorite. If you're gonna get depends on what you want out of your robot mode. For a robot mode, I would still prefer this 35th anniversary version versus this one. I think if this one had a different head, maybe I'll paint the inside of here myself and see if it changes my mind. But this one just looks more alive, more like I want a Prime to look. It looks just a little dead when stood next to this. It looks a little lifeless. I think it's those eyes that do it for me. Zombie Prime, I have to call this one Earthrise Zombie Prime. Maybe that's why they give you the eyes like this. So yeah, maybe that's it. So yeah, so that's them side by side. I'm scared of Zombie Prime. But maybe that's it, you know, side by side you can see the two here, but definitely I would say at this point my favorite from a robot point of view or bot mode is still definitely the 35th anniversary Prime. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to do the all-important transformation on Optimus into his truck mode. And this is actually my favourite part of this new figure that we've got. I think this is a beautiful, very simplistic transformation, but yeah, really, really cool. So where you're going to start with this one, you're going to want to start with the legs. Just fold them both in here, like so, and flip up one, flip up. It doesn't fall off. Flip up number 2 after you put it back in, and then just clip the 2 of these back in. So then you can already see you start to form the wagon itself. Then round the back, flip these out and flip this down, so you've got the room to work. Handy, close the hands, flip the arms up, take the arms in, and then take the arms up. Out and in, and then close down the 2 arms. Then you're going to rotate the body and pull it back like so. So he's kind of already in a sitting type motion. Then you've got 2 little bits, one down here, and you have another little bit just down here. Bring the whole chest piece up and then just kind of unpack everything that is all piled in here, just like so, and close the front piece together, and then snap it all back down with the arms folded back. You're going to snap everything down like so. Okay, so then you've got basically the front of your truck together there. Arms go together and just slot right into the side here, sorry, right into the side there, and right into the side there. When you bring the cab up, you can see mine's done it a little bit. You just want to make sure that that piece is level, otherwise you can start to get a few stretch marks here. So just make sure that while you're doing this, that piece does flip up correctly, and then just start to close all these pieces down together. Close it in, lock that in, and then you can unhook the back here. Head folds down. Just make sure that when you put the head down, the head is forwards, not back, otherwise you can have a little bit of trouble getting the head back out. So rotate it back, but just flick it back on itself before you put the head back in. Close it down. And then everything should fit together firmly to make Prime. Oh, sorry, last thing. Flip out the 2 oil cans here and here, and there we have, if I just lower down the camera a little, we have Prime in his lorry truck mode. This I really like. This is absolutely beautiful. You know, we've got the lovely blue plastic on the wind mirrors, very shiny once it catches the light. Silver grills. Still got the ports for the weapons should you need them. Speaking of which, his iron cannon can just plug into the back here, like so. And then you've got from the back, you've got everything looking really nice. One little odd thing, the wheel choices. You've got two different types of wheels going on here. So you've got the back wheels with the silver paint that are sunk in, and then the front one which is just a grey plastic that sticks out. Odd decision, but doesn't put me off too much. But I think all in all, I think this is a beautiful looking truck. I prefer this to the robot mode with the trailer. If I bring the trailer out now, so you can see the trailer has its own stand. Kick the trailer stand back there, just hooks straight into the back here, and then you've got him with his trailer, and I think that looks awesome. And that's a beautiful looking truck with his trailer. Yeah, I really like this. This is probably how I'll display this one. For comparison, if I bring out the Siege 35th anniversary truck, you can see how the two cabs look side by side, and yeah, I think this is the truck that I would like to display rather than this one. Whereas the robot mode on this one, I would definitely like to display. The trailer does hitch onto the back of the Siege truck as well. That looks okay. It looks pretty cool. But I would also really now like them to bring out a cell shaded version of this guy. If they bring out a cell shaded version of this guy, then they may take my my top prime slots, because it really is those dead eyes on the other version that make him look a little bit dull compared to the 35th anniversary version. But all in all, should you pick this up right now, if you're looking for a good looking Prime with a trailer that's got a nice robot mode, you don't mind the dead eyes, yeah, it's a good pickup. It's a good pickup, and especially it's one of the first exciting pieces from the Earthrise line. But if you're not looking for something too special, or if you already have the Siege Prime, if you don't love this truck mode too much, then it could be an easy one not to pick up right now. One thing you do notice obviously with these ones versus the ones that we had for Siege, there's no battle damage. So this one is not battle damage. This is pristine Earth condition. No wars gone yet on Earth. But yeah, all in all, pretty good. So if you are in the UK, head on over to Star Action Figures if you want to pick this up. It's literally the only place in the UK I've found so far to buy that. They're not sponsoring this video whatsoever. It's literally where I've just bought this from, so I just want to share that with you guys, because I know that it can be difficult in the UK to find any of these. If I find anywhere else to buy these from at the moment, I'll also let you guys know. But other than that, thank you very much for watching the video. Let me know what you think of this down in the comments. What are you most excited for from the Earthrise line coming up? Are you going to pick this one up? Have you found anywhere else in the UK to get any of the Earthrise figures from? If you have, please let me know, because I would like to know. I've actually ordered a hoist from Japan, I think. So hopefully that should come soon. But again, thank you all as always for checking out my video. Hopefully the next one will also be some lovely Earthrise stuff. But this is a great start to the Earthrise line. I'm liking it. I think I just prefer my 35th anniversary one. Cheers guys, see you in the next video. Like, share and subscribe. See you later. Bye.